Welcome, everyone, to today's episode. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm sharing a story that I think many of you might find both surprising and deeply relatable. It's a story about retirement, about the choices we make when we think about the future, and most importantly, about the unexpected lessons we learn along the way. I retired at 65, just like many of you may be planning to, and I made the big move to Florida, where I imagined I'd spend my golden years enjoying the sun, the beaches, and a slower pace of life. Sounds perfect, right? Well, by the time I was 72, I was back home. Wait, what? How did I end up back here after spending so much time dreaming a life in Florida? Wasn't Florida supposed to be the dream retirement spot? In this episode, I'm going to walk you through my journey, what I learned about retirement, and why, at 72, I decided to move back home. And stick around, because I'm going to share a huge takeaway for anyone thinking about their own retirement or anyone just looking to enjoy their life to the fullest, no matter their age. When I retired at 65, the plan seemed simple. Florida. Sun, warmth, beaches, and a laid-back lifestyle. All the things we dream about after decades of work. I packed my bags, sold my house, and moved to a quiet neighborhood near the coast. It seemed like the perfect place to enjoy the fruits of my labor. But there's something about the reality of a dream that isn't always as we imagine. Sure, I enjoyed the warm weather, but there was more to it. I thought I'd spend my days playing golf, walking the beach, and just living in perpetual vacation mode. And while I did all those things, something began to change inside me. Isn't it funny how sometimes the things we think will make us happiest don't always live up to the hype? We've all been there, right? Sometimes we dream of something so much that when it finally arrives, we realize we were missing something more important than we even realized. As the days turned into months, I started to notice something. At first, everything felt new and exciting. But after a while, the pace of life in Florida started to feel slow, too slow. And this is where the dream started to crack a little. You see, retirement brings a unique challenge that no one talks much about: purpose. When I was working, I had a schedule, goals, tasks, and a reason to get up every morning. But in Florida, I had all the time in the world, but none of the structure. I found myself missing the routine, the feeling of accomplishment that comes with being active, with doing something that mattered. I realized something that many people don't prepare for when they retire. Without the structure of work, you might find yourself asking, "What now?" If you're not careful, the days blend together, and before you know it, you start questioning what you're really living for. At least that's what happened to me. Imagine being in a beautiful place like Florida. Everything looks perfect, but there's this nagging feeling. For months, I felt like I was just on vacation. And I'm sure you can relate. Vacations are great for a while, but when every day feels like vacation doesn't bring the depth or fulfillment that a life with purpose does. While it's lovely to escape for a few days, what happens when every day feels like that? You start to miss the feeling of growth, of pushing yourself, learning new things, or even making a difference in someone's life. But then there was another realization. As perfect as Florida seemed, I missed my roots. I missed home. The people, the places, the familiarity. There's something powerful about being connected to a place that has shaped you, that carries your memories, and that feels like home. When I was away, I missed the old neighborhood, the local diner where everyone knows your name, and the feeling of belonging. And let me tell you, belonging is more important than we often give it credit. Retirement isn't all about just where you are. It's about who you are and who you connect with.
So, at 72, I made the tough decision to leave Florida. It wasn't easy. I had built a life there. But deep down, I knew I needed more. More connection, more purpose, and more meaning. I needed to return to where my heart truly felt at home. I realized that life isn't about finding the perfect place. It's about finding what makes you truly happy. And for me, it wasn't the beaches or the warmth. It was the people, the community, and the sense of belonging that comes with being where you're from. Let me tell you something important. Retirement is not what you expect, and that's okay. We spend decades working towards it, dreaming about it. But when it finally arrives, we realize that retirement can be more complicated than we imagined. It's not just about what you don't have to do anymore. It's about what you do want to do. What will fill your days with purpose, joy, and meaning? Whether you're moving to Florida or anywhere else, ask yourself, what's your why for retiring? What will keep you going every single day? Now, I want to leave you with a message that I think we all need to hear, especially as we age. No matter your age, you are never too old to pursue new goals, to seek out meaningful connections, and to live with purpose. Just because you retire doesn't mean you stop growing, learning, or contributing. Whether it's volunteering, starting a new hobby, or reconnecting with old friends, your purpose doesn't disappear with your career. It just evolves. And that's a beautiful thing. Don't ever think that life's best moments are behind you. They're still ahead of you. So, if you're sitting there thinking about your own retirement, or even if you've already made the big move, I want you to remember this. Your retirement is yours to define. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to go back to where you started, if that's what feels right for you. Take the time to think about what truly matters, where you feel most at peace, and who you want to spend your time with. Because in the end, life isn't about where you are. It's about how you feel and the connections you make along the way. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope my story helps you in some way as you think about your own journey. If you're considering retirement, or even if you're already there, take a moment to reflect. What is it you really want from this next chapter? Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with someone who might need to hear it, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences about retirement, purpose, and the choices we make as we age. Until next time, take care of yourself, and remember, you're never too old to make a change.